ji and Sunita ji pointed out in the morning, we've had a series, there has been an atmosphere created within the country that environmental forest clearance has been impeding or hampering economic growth. That's what actually led us to do a small study, small as we thought to start with. The study basically collected information on environmental forest clearance. This was data that was just for MOEF, for the 11th five-year plan, which means from 2007 till about August 2011. We studied 5 sectors: thermal power plants, coal mining, non-coal mining, cement, and iron and steel. The data was collected majorly from MOEF website, some other sources. Unfortunately, we were not able to get data from state-level clearances. So this is going to be a very clear underestimation of the clearances that have been granted in India in the last 5 years, because we do not have the state-level data. I mean, for example, all the iron ore mines in Bellary after 2006 were granted by SEIs. So that's going to be a huge number, and that's not reflected in the data. अगर हम माइनिंग नॉन कोल की बात करें तो अबाउट 361 माइनिंग प्रोजेक्ट्स को क्लियरेंस मिला है 2007 और अगस्त 2011 तक। इसमें 186 ग्रीनफील्ड यानी नए माइंस थे और 175 एक्सपेंशन प्रोजेक्ट्स थे स्प्रेड अक्रॉस डिफरेंट मिनरल्स, लाइमस्टोन, बॉक्साइट, आयरन ओर। स्टेट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन अगर मैं बात करूं तो नंबर ऑफ माइंस जिनको ग्रांट किया गया था क्लियरेंस, राजस्थान वाज द हाईएस्ट विच अबाउट 79 माइंस, followed by Odisha and Goa. And I'm sure Ramesh will present a better picture. In terms of mine lease area which was granted clearance, a total of 1.2 lakh hectare mine lease area was granted clearance, in which just Rajasthan and Odisha alone contribute about 50% of the total mine lease area granted clearance during that period. If I talk of top 5 districts, then as we see, Keonjhar in Odisha, Nagaur in Rajasthan, Kutch in Gujarat, and Sundargarh in Odisha again, and Udaipur in Rajasthan were the top 5 districts where mine lease area was granted clearance. Again, these together constitute about 35% of the total mine lease area. सिर्फ आयरन ओर को अगर देखें तो 113 आयरन ओर माइंस ऐसे थे जिनको क्लियरेंस दिया गया था। इनकी कैपेसिटी कुल मिला के 162 मिलियन टन्स पर एनम थी। इंडिया ने 2010 और 11 में 213 मिलियन टन आयरन ओर प्रोड्यूस किया, तो आप देख सकते हैं कि ऑलरेडी ऑलमोस्ट द सेम कैपेसिटी को क्लियरेंस ग्रांट किया गया है। What is interesting is to say that most of this clearance has been granted for exporting iron ore, as we know that a lot of most of the iron ore, 50% is already being exported. So you can in a way say that a lot of these clearances were granted mainly for exporting. दोबारा अगर मैं स्टेट के बारे में बात करूं तो उड़ीसा comes out on the top, followed by Chhattisgarh. A lot of iron ore mines have been granted, both in terms of capacity and the mine lease area. So Odisha seems to be, Odisha and Chhattisgarh are on the top for, I guess, most of the industries. Keonjhar was one peculiar case that we picked up. अगर 10th five-year plan के एंड में आप देखेंगे तो केओंझार में 101 मेजर मिनरल माइन लीजेस दे दिए गए थे, जो कुल मिला के 33 मिलियन टन ऑफ आयरन ओर प्रोड्यूस कर रहे थे। We all know केओंझार is pretty much environmentally devastated as of now. बहुत सारा स्पॉन्ज आयरन है, बहुत सारा मिनरल, बहुत सारा माइनिंग है, और इस पीरियड के अंदर सिर्फ केओंझार में एडिशनल 55 मिलियन टन पर एनम को क्लियरेंस ग्रांट किया गया है। तो जो ऑलरेडी है उसे शायद ध्यान में ना रखते हुए और 55 मिलियन टन पर एनम को ग्रांट कर दिया गया है। Clearly there is no cumulative impact, as we've been talking even in the hydro sector in the morning. What was interesting was we went down to Indian Bureau of Mines, जो गवर्नमेंट संस्था है जिनको मॉनिटरिंग देखना पड़ता है। I don't know if I have internet access, otherwise I would love to show you this. This basically gives you a list of non-compliant mines as found by the IBM in Odisha. And it was fascinating to see that a lot of these non-compliant होने के बाद उन्हें expansion मिल गया था। तो also tells you a very good idea कि शायद क्लियरेंस जो दे रहे हैं वो ये सब नहीं देख रहे हैं। Moving on to limestone, 101 limestone mines को क्लियरेंस ग्रांट किया during the same period, again 2007 to August 2011. 34,000 hectare of mine lease area. Again, interestingly, 50% of the existing capacity was granted clearance, so basically making it 1.5, times in that sense. State-wise, if I look at it, Rajasthan comes out on the top, followed by Madhya Pradesh in terms of mines, in terms of just number of mines. Moving on to bauxite, I'm just doing a quick review because I understand a lot of people have time and we've already lost time. 29 bauxite mines given clearance in the 11th five-year plan again. Capacity granted 21 MTPA, which is 1.3 times the existing capacity in the country. So clearly, whatever I've seen till now for at least these three main minerals that we looked at, so clearance is being granted to at least, at least equal to the present capacity in the country. Again, in terms of states, Odisha on top. Again, cement, which uses limestone as a major, as the main input. 106 cement projects cleared with about 190 million tons per annum of capacity during the period. When we did a quick analysis, we realized that more clearances have been granted for cement in the last 5 years than those installed in the previous 60 years, as Sunita put out in the morning. So I'm still wondering if it is hampering economic growth or if it's the other way around. Again, spread over 16 states, we did see a lot of clusterization. तो शायद कुछ ऐसे states हैं जहाँ पर बहुत सारे इकट्ठे आ रहे हैं. 70%, just 4 states account for 70% of the capacity granted. Rajasthan, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh are the top 4, where most of these cement plants have been cleared. As you see, a nice spread. In terms of districts, Gulbarga, Nalgonda are the top 2. If you look at Gulbarga and Karnataka, it is already the largest limestone mine producing district of the country, and it has major cement plants. 23 million tons per annum capacity would be additional. So that means we already have 35 million tons per annum cement and 50 million tons per annum of limestone mines. I still don't think cumulative is on anybody's mind, even with this particular district. I mean, this is just one. We have a number of districts which can say the same. What's interesting is we've been talking about how it's hampering economic growth and development. What's interesting is that at the end of the 10th five-year plan, capacity was 179 million tons per annum for cement. Target for 11th five-year plan was 236, but they granted 190 million tons per annum already. So we actually, at the end of it, we have 369 million tons per annum cleared plus existing. So if the target was 236, we've crossed that way above already. Similar story for iron and steel. 188 projects granted clearance, which will add 29 million tons per annum of sponge iron capacity and 89 million tons per annum of steel capacity. Again, capacity has been more than doubled in the last 5 years. Jharkhand is the top state where clearances have been granted, followed by Chhattisgarh and Odisha. Chhattisgarh also is slated to get most of the sponge iron capacity which has been granted clearance. Just state-wise spread. What was interesting was that Bellary, even though with all the problems that we are talking about and referring to, figures in top 10 districts in a number of, places. So top 10 districts for steel capacity has Bellary. For sponge iron capacity also has Bellary. Now it also, we were just looking at what sort of an impact would it have on the district, and figures out a billion tons of iron ore reserves already there. The existing iron and steel capacity, which includes sponge iron, is 27 million tons per annum, and there is 60 million tons of steel capacity, 125 million tons of iron ore mining, and we are still not. I'm not sure where we are on that. We are fine. We've stopped iron ore minings, but I mean, is it too late? Could it have been done earlier? We are still granting clearances. Another thought process there. So just a quick end. On an overview front, I think sub-sectors में जितना भी clearance grant हुआ है, like I already pointed out, at least equal to the existing capacity, if not more, but at least equal. So it's almost like doubling the capacity that is there in the country right now. बहुत सारे ऐसे states हैं जैसे मैंने point out किया, उड़ीसा, छत्तीसगढ़, झारखंड, आंध्र प्रदेश, जो शायद चंद्रभूषण जी ने सुबह टच किया होगा, वहाँ बहुत सारे थर्मल पावर प्लांट्स आ रहे हैं. तो ये कुछ ऐसे 4-5 states हैं जहाँ बहुत सारे इंडस्ट्री इकट्ठे आ रहे हैं. Clearly, lot of concentration. Like we've already said, no cumulative impact is being considered. If it's an area which is already critically polluted, still we are giving clearances. Nobody is bothered about that classification anymore. I mean, that brings me at least to a very important question, that what is it that we're talking about when we say that environment and forest clearance is impeding economic growth? We are clearly giving a lot of clearances, way more than we've planned. So, I mean, it's a question that I will leave all of you with, and I hope we will have better discussion in the presentation.